Welcome everyone to Forza Motorsport 6, and today we're taking a look at the 1966 Nissan Silvia. Now this apparently is supposed to be the December free car of the month, but for some reason it's only available when you go in the career mode, go into the Stories of Motorsport, go into the Super Street series, then onto the Challenger series, and then pick the Classic Compact series, and you will see it when you scroll down at the bottom there to buy. And for whatever reason you can only get it like that, and thanks to a subscriber who put me onto that, because otherwise I wouldn't have noticed this. But yeah, this is one of the free car for the month. For whatever reason you can't buy it straight out from the game itself, but yeah, it's there. So yeah, highly recommend you try it out if you've got this game, because this is a cracking piece of automotive history that I never even knew about. I didn't think Silvias started way back in the 60s, I thought they were far newer than that, but how wrong I am, and glad I am, because yeah, this is a really decent car to drive. Right, first of all we'll start with the engine. It's a 1.6 litre inline 4 engine, developing a small but reasonable 88 horsepower and 97 foot-pounds of torque. So yeah, not all that powerful, but then again it is a 60s car that's probably far more for economical purposes than sporting purposes. But that doesn't mean it's slow. Still does 0 to 60 in 12 seconds, which is decent for the time, and do 110 mile an hour, which again isn't pathetic at all. Fairly decent. And since it weighs 2,161 pounds, it doesn't have all that much weight to lug around either. Styling wise, I actually quite like it. I like this curved rear end, and I especially like the lights up the front. Don't know what it reminds me of, but yeah, it reminds me of a European car that I just can't quite put my finger on, but it certainly doesn't rip any off like some other Japanese cars do. Also like the interior, big dials and simple interior overall. All your buttons there for your washers and everything. And yeah, we'll take this onto the track. I've got a car to compare it against, because it's a bit newer, about 8 years newer than this, but it's comparable in terms of styling and performance. So yeah, we'll take it on the track and then we'll compare it against that. So yeah, see you when we get there. Welcome, we're at the Sebring Club circuit. We'll take it for a drive round on the first lap, and then we'll talk it through and compare it to the car I've chosen on the second lap. So yeah, as you can see, it's not going to break any records, but I like it. It's got a nice throaty engine to it, and it's decently fun to drive. It's not got poor handling or anything, even though it does roll around a fair bit, but even though it only has 88 horsepower, it makes use of every one of those horsepower because it is fairly light. And you can compare that to the likes of the 1974 Toyota Celica GT, because even though that Celica has 9 more horsepower and 9 more foot-pounds of torque and even a bigger engine at 2 litres compared to this 1.6, it's not 60 times seconds slower, and that's down to the fact it weighs 231 pounds more. So even though it does have more power and more torque and a bigger engine, because its weight is so much more, it's slower than this to 60. And granted, that has a bit more on the top end, 112 compared to 110 of this, but that really isn't worth the near second slower to 60. And personally, I prefer this stylistically wise and driving wise. So yeah, this is a big surprise, especially since like I said, never heard of Silvia being this old before. We're far newer than the 1966, that's for sure. And it's a surprise because I'm never really into Japanese cars on the whole, but older cars from them do tend to interest me a fair bit more, like the 2000 GT and this, and then that Datsun Roadster that we had in the last car pack. So yeah, we've certainly got a great roster of all Japanese cars in this game now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.